So I finally tapped into the full in-depth Unchained experience. If you're not familiar, Unchained is the Quest optimized version of the PC VR hit In Death. So it's kind of like Sorrento untethered to Sorrento. No chords. Get it? This is actually my second go round with this one. I originally copped it around the same time I picked up Until You Fall, which I really dig for the most part. I was hella skeptical right out of the gate though. I mean, a first person shooter based exclusively on archery, I wasn't really feeling that concept. I just thought, maybe it would be nice to have some other weapons, but whatever. However, the reviews won me over, so I went in expecting to have the same level of success that I had with Sorrento, as well as Until You Fall. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Fast forward maybe a year or so later, and now I totally fucking get it. I am officially on the wagon. So what changed? Well, it's partially a timing thing. Unchained has received a number of updates since my initial run, and they seem to have dramatically improved the quality of the game. For me, the biggest is probably what some would consider a subtle change. When I first played, you had to shoot arrows to teleport your way across the map. I thought that was whack considering that the game is already based on archery in the first damn place. Well, now there's freestyle locomotion that lets you move around with the left thumbstick. Simple, straightforward, but a game changer nonetheless. Arrow teleportation is still available, but now it's more like a strategic method that you can use to quickly move across long distances rather than a mandatory gameplay component. Second, and perhaps more importantly, is the fact that I'm more comfortable with VR based archery in general. Much to my surprise, I came to love the archery aspects of games that I was already playing quite a bit. That would be Gladius, my beloved Ninja Legends, and the aforementioned Sorrento Untethered, albeit to a lesser degree. The bow and arrow was among the last weapons I tested in those games, and over time, it gave me an idea of how cool it might be in the archery-driven in-depth Unchained. So, what the fuck is going on in Unchained? What we have here is yet another roguelite where once you die, yeah, you guessed it, your punk ass gotta start all the way over from the beginning. I'm not exactly a fan of this format, but I must say, Unchained pulls it off in masterful fashion. This is largely due to the massive achievement system. I ignored achievements in most games, but this time they actually matter. Every time you die, you unlock new achievements. And with new achievements comes new abilities that make you a more capable archer. Unchained is a unique roguelite in the sense that there is no end and not much of a story. From what we can tell, you're a lost soul smack dead in the middle of a war between heaven and hell, with a little purgatory in between. Along the way, you battle against a host of grisly enemies, from low-level abominations to gargantuan giants. I wouldn't call this survival horror per se, but there is a creepy element when factoring in the unnerving atmosphere and all the demonic enemies. The abominations and screamers are good for a jump scare or two when they catch you by surprise. First. So, what the hell are we fighting for? Well, aside from the score you check on the leaderboard, you're fighting for continuous improvement. This game is incredibly difficult, so you'll want to unlock the arrow upgrades to get your weight up as the enemies get more fucking ridiculous. And in VR Rogue fashion, each run on the heels of death is a little different. They change up the layout, format, the enemy configuration, so on and so forth. You're also fighting for progression. When you first start, only the Purgatory map is available. So you have to grind on to unlock the other three maps in addition to their offsprings. Purgatory 2, Desolation 3, so on and so forth. At the time of this recording, Unchained is up to Season 5. With this succession of updates, the developer served up one of my favorite aspects of the game, Siege of Heaven. This is a wave-based mode that sees you standing on a platform trying to take out the various enemies of the universe before they reach the designated gate. So far, there are 7 maps to Siege of Heaven, each with varying levels of difficulty. This shit is intense, but strangely therapeutic. I like to zone out to the eerie religious music, high as fuck, left arm feeling like a noodle as I prep for the next round of madness. So there you have it, In Depth Unchained, my new late night hype. This shit is truly addictive, and with the insane replay value driven by all the achievements and unlockables, I can see myself grinding this one for a hot minute. So if you haven't hopped on the train by now, you already know what to do. Peace.